There have been lots of rumours that Kathleen Kennedy, head of Lucasfilm, has been fired. But what is actually the truth? Welcome to Sidetrack, your sci-fi TV movie channel. So around a month ago, the rumours really started to get very intense that Kathleen Kennedy, head of Lucasfilm currently, and a person that has worked with Steven Spielberg throughout her entire career, has been involved in producing some of the biggest and highest grossing movies of all time, has been fired from Lucasfilm following very poor results in, well, basically everything Lucasfilm has touched in the last 10 years, but particularly Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. That is actually currently destined to be one of the biggest flops, really, ever, or definitely in recent years anyway. The rumour actually became even more serious than that when it was alleged that she was actually being investigated for embezzlement. Now, that is a serious accusation to make, even for the internet, to suggest that she had been embezzling money from Lucasfilm. I can actually tell you that apparently that is not true, but there is a nugget of truth to it. I can also tell you apparently that it is not true that she's been fired, but that does not necessarily mean that she isn't leaving Lucasfilm shortly. So what is the actual truth? Well, apparently there has been a lot of pressure on Kathleen Kennedy since Bob Iger took over back as CEO of Disney. They are not happy with some of the decisions that have been made in the last few years, and they're not happy with the current direction plan for Lucasfilm, including obviously their biggest franchise, Star Wars. They have already rejigged a lot of the Star Wars calendar for the next couple of years and made some big sweeping changes, and Kathleen Kennedy has been involved in that. But apparently Bob Iger has asked her to step aside. So she has not been fired. She has been asked to potentially leave. Apparently, around the water coolers at Disney and obviously in the wider Hollywood community, this has been the talk of the town. People have been talking about this almost as much as they've been talking about the strikes. It is actually a big deal considering Kathleen Kennedy's pedigree that she is going to be moving on from Lucasfilm. Now, this process of finding somebody to replace her could potentially take months. So I don't expect anything to happen really quickly. But why are we getting the rumors that we're getting? Because there is a little bit of truth to both of them, but then they've just been massively exaggerated by the internet. You naughty internet exaggerating things. The truth is behind the embezzlement rumor that actually there has been internal investigation at Lucasfilm and actually across other areas of Disney about mismanagement of budgets. That is not necessarily aimed even remotely at Kathleen Kennedy, and there is no element that that could be a criminal charge. The rumor basically was that she was going to quit to avoid criminal charges. That apparently isn't true. So there has been an investigation at Lucasfilm and other parts of the wider Disney business about mismanagement of budget and basically spending money badly. That actual fact is then turned into the rumor because there are certain people who really don't like Kathleen Kennedy, particularly on the internet. There are hate clickers and YouTube channels that blame Kathleen Kennedy for Star Wars movies they don't like or Indiana Jones movie they didn't like, and they're targeting that directly at her feet. Now that is a little bit fair and a little bit not fair, but at the end of the day, the buck stops with her. She is the boss, and that's why Iger, the new head of Disney, is asking her to step aside. So the rumor about her being fired again has come from the same thing because it has a nugget of truth. She has been asked to step aside. They will be looking for a new head of Lucasfilm. So again, an exaggerated version of the actual truth. But guys, get in the comments and tell me what you think. Is Disney doing the right thing? They're shaking up Marvel massively. They're shaking up Lucasfilm massively. They need to change the direction of this ship because I would argue Disney hasn't actually done anything really any good for at least a couple of years now. Is Bob Iger bang on and correct in desperately wanting to shake up the people at the top because they need to go in a different direction? Do you actually blame Kathleen Kennedy for a lot of the mistakes that have happened over the last few years, or does it just seem to be Disney as a whole that can't make a decent movie at the moment? I mean, I would argue Marvel have made way bigger turkeys than Lucas. Maybe. But guys, get into the comments and tell me exactly what you think. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, share the video wherever the hell you want. Also, you can go to patreon.com/SciTrek where most of our new videos appear first. And for a small contribution each month that really supports the channel, you get to see them without the adverts. As always, please stay safe, and I'll see you next time.